And I will also present my screen. Then, okay, can you see it, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, well, let's start. As Paulo said, I'm Nacho. I'm the engineering manager of the DApp team, and this is going to be the technical ask me anything for related to the team. So, well, this is the Slido. If you want to start writing down some questions, you can scan the QR code or just put the numbers in the Slido. Also, someone can help by sharing the URL in the chat as well. Okay, well, let's start. This is the DApp team. The team is divided into two different areas. One is the product team. We have Nico, Mel, and Matt there, and also the engineer team. We have Laucha, Nando, Juanma, Gabi, Juanca, Meli, Flor, Kevin, and well, me as the engineer manager. But also we have the growth team here that I would like to present, which Fede as in the product area, and Frami and Brian in the engineer area. You will see later why I would like to present them here. Okay, what is the vision of the team? The vision of the team is to empower creators to generate content that provide users a relevant, truly engaging and disruptive experience in the center. And how we try to achieve that vision? Well, for the dApps team, you know that we have this product, the marketplace where the user can trade the NFTs and see the rankings on stats, gamification for creators. Also, you can see your assets and configure your store. Then we have the builder, where creators can create and manage collections, can also create scenes and publish them into obviously their scenes, so the scene pool. And also one of the things that can do there is to buy and manage the names. Lastly, we have account, which is the dApp where you can buy mana and transfer it between chains, Polygon and Ethereum. And also you can edit your profile that you can use it in the Explorer. Then let's see the growth product. I know that you obviously use it events and the rewards and the landings and the blogs and the new tab, which is places. So let's take a deep look into them. In events, you can create, join, and share events, subscribe to events, search and discover events that is happening inside the world. Also, in the new landing or tab, which is places, you can discover and join places. It's like similar to Poise. And also you can vote, save, and share places to everyone. Then we have the rewards server and the rewards tab, where if you participated at any event and you won something, you can go there and claim it. And then we have, well, the landing, where you click join or join as guest, is maintained by the group team, and also the Decentraland landing page and the blog post. So this is super important. It's a big part of Decentraland as well. Okay, let's see what is coming soon in terms of the dApps. Well, we have the rental feature that we released on Monday, so congratulations to the team for that. We have almost 100 rents around, so you can start choosing what you would like to rent. Then something that we are working on is in new marketplace filters. This is going to improve the UX and boost discoverability a lot. We are going to have new filters, new ordering. They are going to be an easy way to find where you are looking for. Then something that is going to be really great is that we are going to have a possibility to buy NFTs with fiat. So you don't need to have mana or ETH. You can just use your credit card or transference to buy the NFTs. And also something that we are also adding to the marketplace is the way that you can buy mana also with fiat. So now if you want to buy, I don't know, an NFT, or you want to rent, or you want to buy a land, you can just buy mana and that's all. What else? Well, we have Builder and Skateman. I don't know if you ever joined the Builder recently, but we have some new features there. We have a new homepage for mobile. We have a new way to navigate through the different tools that or features that the builder provide. And with this builder enhancement, what we are trying to do is to make it easy to navigate, create, and manage all of the collections and scenes and names. And what else? Well, we also are adding new ways to upload items. For example, if you're a creator, so it's going to be easy for you to publish and to create the collection and will manage the item as well. So this is going to be huge. It's work in progress. So, and you can see some sneak peek right now in production. This is another view for the builder. And well, I would like to present some numbers that are only possible by you, I mean by the community. So 2022 in a nutshell, these are the numbers. I will leave it here just 5 seconds so you can see it, but all of these numbers are made by you. So congratulations for the community. You are rocking it. It's amazing. So I think that this is the last one. So we have the Slido is going to be short. I will give you some time again to scan the QR, and then we can proceed with the questions.
Thanks, Nacho. Something that we can have in mind is that if anyone here make a question and you need more context on the slide or question, maybe you can ask. And if the person is here, they or he or she can make more context for that.
Cool. Totally. Okay, well, let's see the questions. First one, hello, I'm wondering when will the mobile application come? Also, will there be extra burn method for mana supply? Also curious about the VR client. Nico, do you want to?
Yes. Sure. Hello, everyone. This is Nico, program manager from the dApps team. So mobile app, this is something that I think we all want. We don't have a date answering the question, but hopefully during 2023, we can have a first MVP out there.
Cool. Well, about the extra burn method, I don't know what do you mean with that, but there is a proposal right now in the DAO to stop burning when buying names. So the idea, I think, that is to stop the feeling of the community seems to be to stop burning mana. And also about the VR, I think that if I remember well, test has started for the PC VR client, and I think that, and I hope also that is coming soon. I need to set it as Mark, right?
Yeah, and Nacho, if you can zoom in to the questions to have them.
That's the problem. I will have all the.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. One more, or is okay? That this one is going to be better. Okay.
It's okay.
Cool. Thank you, Bado. Okay. Will wearable Surname Strength be possible in the future? I don't know, Nico, if you want also to take this one.
Yes. There's no plans for this, at least not for the next year, but I'm interested in understanding more context about this. What value do you see on this type of feature, specifically for wearables? I know if the person who asked the question is here and want to add more context, if there's a yes.
Yeah, this is just something that I guess users who have a lot of wearables or maybe a lot of mythics or even one-of-ones, they're not going to wear it for every event, but maybe they want to allow someone else to use, a very rare item or something. So it is some smaller use cases, and we were just kind of curious in general if that was a thought or not.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. For now, we are not planning to do it, to be honest, but we are always listening. So if this is something that it's a need from the broader community, it's something that we can reprioritize in our roadmaps.
Sounds good, yeah. And there's been some related rental proposals through grants and stuff too. So we'll know if somebody wants to propose a grant to do it, maybe it'd be okay because it wouldn't overlap. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Cool. Thank you both. Next one. Is there any way to burn a state token after they are dissolved? Nando, are you here? Do you want to answer this one?
Yes, please. Currently, the states contract does not support burning states, dissolved states. That's because when you're dissolving an state, you're not calling some dissolve state function. You're just transferring all the lands inside an state to your own address. So when you transfer all those lands inside an state, you just remain with an empty state, which you as the owner can transfer or do whatever you want. But currently, if we wanted to implement some sort of way to burn empty states after removing all land inside of it, we would have to upgrade the contract. And upgrading a contract is not something that can be taken slightly. It's a serious business. And if we were to implement something like that, it would be better and easier to just, for example, prevent empty states from being transferred, for example, instead of implementing some sort of burn mechanism. I hope that it's clear.
Yeah, just to add some context about that, there are a lot of states already created, and if we need to start burning them, it's going to be harder rather than stop. If we just prevent transferring, nobody is going to be able to buy it or scam any other one because the transaction is going to fail, and that's all. Okay, next one. Name swap feature in Builder is broken. It does not work. This has been going for months now. It's extremely frustrating. Please fix it. Okay, well, Jason, I saw this question and talked to you in Discord, and I'm waiting for some, if you can share some data, because we tried to reproduce it, but we couldn't. So we are open to help with that. And of course, we will need to fix it if it's something that is happening in production. Next one, for Bado, is there any process for investigating user-reported platform issues? Okay, Pato is not here, I guess, but there is plans to have a proper player support system that is going to take place by the end of Q1 2023. So, and also we encourage you to see the status page for everything. So the idea is to have, yeah, a proper player support for this. Next one. Are there any plans for new marketplace features such as grouping duplicated items under my assets and filtering options in LinkedIn? Nico?
Yes. Well, you just showed a sneak peek of that. So definitely we are trying to improve the navigation in the marketplace in both desktop and mobile. So yeah, that is coming soon.
Cool. Next one. Are there
also,
any?
sorry, Nacho, also the duplicated items in the secondary market, it's something that it's also a work in progress. That a better version of that is coming soon as well.
Cool. Are there any plans for enabling metadata updates to enable image PFPs, name NFTs? Nico, do you want to take this one?
Yes. Yeah, we don't know exactly how we are going to tackle that, but the idea, and we don't know if that's going to be tied to names. It's a possibility. But yeah, we are definitely thinking on giving the possibility to any decentralized user to mint the profile picture as an NFT and use it in other social networks and some other places. There are a lot of cool ideas around that. So yeah, definitely something around it. It's coming in 2023.
Marcus, how might a non-developer create a wearable renting smart contract? This is something that could need to exist aside of the DCL development stack. Okay, to create a smart contract, you will need to know how to code in Solidity on Viper at least. So developer is going to be hard. And about that, it should exist outside or inside the Decentraland stack. Right now, there are a lot of renting protocols out there, and also the foundation has its own renting protocols. So I think that it could live inside and outside the Decentraland stack. I don't know if that answers your question, Scott, but if not, open the mic and describe it a little better.
Oh, you pretty much answered the question. I, as a non-developer, can't. No, it's going to take somebody with coding. You said there is something within the protocol for Decentraland, but there are also existing external solutions. So it is possible to do it outside of Decentraland. I'm just taking what you were saying earlier about there are no plans to do it. So could I, as a third party, come up with a solution? If I see a market for it, the answer is yes, but it depends, I'm guessing. Okay.
No, it's yes and not depends. It's totally yes. If you find a market for that, I think that you can easily implement something.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Great. Next one. Thank you. Is it possible to split the sales on wearable in the marketplace? Juanca, are you there? Do you want to take this one?
Sure. So currently it's possible to collab on a collection between different users, but each item can have only one beneficiary currently. So the proceeds from a single item sale will go to a single user. In order to do that, we probably would need to upgrade the collection store contract to support this logic, and also the collections themselves, because the amount of the split should be defined, I guess on a per collection basis. So it could be doable. It's not possible now.
Cool. Filippo, that answer your question? Filippo.
Does. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you both. What happens if you are renting land and owner sells it? Does the renting contract still valid and the new owner can use the land himself?
I can answer that.
Yeah.
Yes. On one hand, you cannot sell a land that is being rented. That is because when you rent a land, that land is transferred to the rental smart contract, and it will remain there until you claim it back after the rental is over. As you are not anymore the owner of that, you are the owner, but it's not. It's being, as you can say, it's being owned by the rental smart contract. You cannot sell it. It cannot be transferred. It will remain there until you claim it back. So there is no way to sell a land or an estate that is currently rented.
Okay, that answer. Just wait 1 second if the question were answered or not. Okay, cool. Thank you, Nando. Next one. Once you implement the Fiat Purchase option, will gift cards soon be available too?
I can take that one, Nacho. We are working currently integrating two providers. One is Transact, that it's already available in the account dApp, and also MoonPay, and we are working with others like Word and a few others. So we have plenty of options for users to choose which one they prefer. So if that provider accepts the gift card as a valid payment method, then it will be enough. These providers have a lot of options, including Apple Pay, for example, for mobile. So the game opens pretty much. I'm not sure if them in particular accept the gift card. I guess it also depends on the gift card itself. If it's nominated to that person, and there are a few cases there, but if that provider accepts it, then it's available.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe you are not going to be able to use an Amazon gift card, but maybe an American Express one could be used. We don't know. Cool. Is there a technical limitation why the wearables preview in Marketplace doesn't look exactly the same as in Word? Juanca, do you want to take this one?
Sure. So the wearable preview is built on Babylon.js, while the Explorer, which is what you use when you go to play Decentraland.org, is built on Unity. So since they are different engines, they behave differently. we try as much as possible to make them look as close as possible, but still there are some things that are a little different.
Does that answer the question? We can move to the next one. Thank you, Juanca. Are there any plans to fix the video streaming on the client? I don't know if anyone from the Explorer team would like to answer this or ask for more details. I don't know if any of the team is here. Okay, cool. We will answer this one offline. Thank you. Next one. Are there ever conversations about creating multi-wallets so group of people could purchase land warehouse name? This could decrease the barrier of entry. I'm going to take this one. This is great. We don't have any plans for this, but as a personal project, I have a paragraph saying that I would like to create a smart contract where we can crowdsourcing at least wearables or collection publications. So I like how you think, because I had the same idea. You can ping me in Discord if you want, and maybe we can do something, ask for a grant or whatever. So it's pretty awesome. Cool. Okay, this is the last one. We have almost 30 minutes. If you want to take the mic and ask some live questions, we are here for you.
I have a question. Are there any ideas for new smart contracts that maybe we've never talked about yet? I can't think of any specifically, but I'm sure that you guys on the team think a lot about it. Are there any new ideas for any more smart contracts or dApps after the renting that we've maybe never heard of yet?
Yes. We would like to have a better royalty system, at least supporting the royalties AP, which is final right now. So that will be one of the maybe implementations for next year. Also, we would like to have, based on priorities, to have a feature parity with the rent smart contract. Right now, as you may see, creating a listing is off-chain and is free. So it requires only a signature, and we would like maybe to have the same functionality for orders and bills. So you can just sign a message to create an order or a bill, and you won't need to pay for that creation. So that is the other one that we would like to have. And if the proposal to stop burning mana when buying names, and the other one, which is peg the names to the dollar, passed successfully, we will need also to implement those changes.
What else? Anybody else?
Don't be shy.
Have you ever considered any sort of social capital driven or like identity based smart contract systems for Decentraland users? Maybe as far as profile tokenizing and just some other things around that.
I will let Nico to answer that one, and I can complement later.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I don't think I get it.
Have you ever thought of any smart contract solutions for things related to like social capital and like Decentraland identities, like being able to relate specific, badges or things related to like a Decentraland user through smart contracts?
Yeah, we are thinking on badges and different options for that. We don't have defined it yet how that's going to work under the hood, but yeah, we are thinking about using badges for different type of recognitions. Also, mostly for creators, at least on our side.
Yeah, and to complement Matt, we are not sure if we are going to do something specifically on chain, or we are going to leverage all the on-chain data that we already have in order to show things off chain. We, as Nico said, we still need to discover and do some research if it's worth to have something that you can, I don't know, transfer, or a budget will be just like a small bond, but maybe we can just have it inside the catalyst and that's all. Okay.
Well, Nacho, I think we had the shortest Ask Me Anything sessions till now. I think we are entering the holidays, the end of the year. You know, I think we will see each other in month and a half. I think, and we'll have much questions on that. So if anybody
I do have
else
one more
want to,
question.
okay, go on.
Sorry. I was curious about the reward system. Is that something that already exists or is live, or is that an upcoming feature?
Cool. Well, the reward system is working because all the events that happen inside the Decentraland where you claim a wearable is working. You use it, the reward system. What is under discussion and research is how we can open it to the community. If it's something that is going to be host server, or it's something that the foundation will host or wherever, but all the implementation is there. We just need to check and do some research about what is going to be the best way. Because right now, what is happening is that the foundation held with the DO is paying for all the transactions when you claim something, for example, or when something is sending to your address, airdrop to your address. So we need to investigate a little more if it's better for the user to pay for the transaction, if the foundation or DO needs to pay for the transaction, how we can prevent abusing and all the things like that. But of course, this is something that in order to make events mainstream and better for creators, that is something that we will need to have.
You have one more question in Slido.
Any ideas on how an identity system could be integrated with the DO to allow one vote per human being? Shino?
I can take that one. So
Okay.
we are looking very closely what Gitcoin is doing with Gitcoin Passport. At the moment, there's nothing specific or solid since it's an issue not currently solved. But as we move towards thinking of governance participation based, for example, on quadratic voting or things like that, it's something that we'll need to solve. But at the moment, there's nothing specific on the roadmap for that.
And one more on the rewards thing. How do we get the wearables claimed in our own events to show up on the reward system? It's if we're using the meta transaction server, then it'll show up, or?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry if it wasn't clear. That is not open for the community yet. So yeah, sorry. There are some vending machines, for example, that there are the code open, I guess. Kilian, correct me if I'm wrong, but not a server where you can start queuing claims and distributing all the wearables yet.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, that is a new one. Could the dApps team create a voting widget that can show the mean, medium, and mode for BP amount per wallet? The DO has a governance squad itself, and they are doing really good things, to be honest. The new dashboards and new profile in the governance protocol is pretty awesome. So I will leave Shino this answer or this idea as well.
Yeah. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that, Scott? Like,
Yeah, sure. I was just typing my response, but I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Just going through the proposals in the DAO, specifically the grant proposals, but
Yeah.
this is also on polls. Just analyzing, there seems to be about 20 votes that have, it shows 0 VP, but I've been told that that's like just less than 1 mana. So that's why it shows up. And I've gone through and I've checked those wallets. I've checked them on Etherscan. And I've also, you know, if you just go to accounts and you enter that into Decentraland, you can see what's in their backpack. And there's nothing in there. So it appears to me, you know, you were talking earlier about abuses of the system. It appears to me that those are bots. So if you've got a proposal that shows that there's 60 votes yes for it and 40 votes no, but 20 of those are from apparently bot accounts and they're all 0, then the you know, the mode would be 0, right? The most frequently occurring amount would be 0. So it just kind of skews it when you just look at the average or the total numbers up at the top. It's just another tool that I think could help, you know, just at a glance by looking at a proposal and seeing, you know, the wheat from the chaff. Like, is this a real person? Or is this, yeah, you know, something else that's going on?
Okay. Yeah, I get your point. I think it's useful, but since the results and the outcomes of the votations are calculated based on the voting power and not the actual number of votes, I wouldn't add it there because it would make the interaction of voting maybe a little bit more complex and confusing, like having a information overload on the moment of voting. But that's something that we could add to the Data Studio dashboard or things like that. I mean, we can take this offline and we can discuss it over Discord. Regarding to the specific 0 VP accounts, yeah, they're basically bots created with fractions of mana to potentially get, I don't know, an airdrop or things like that. It's a very usual practice on a lot of DAOs. But it's interesting. Let's discuss it.
But why would they show up voting on a proposal? That really doesn't make any sense. And I understand
they vote on proposals. They go through Snapshot and they vote on every proposal published on every DAO that has a Snapshot space. I actually had a conversation with the Snapshot team specifically about this, and a lot of DAOs have this issue. It's basically,
so it's not just a Decentraland problem. It's a okay.
I wouldn't say it's not a Decentraland problem nor a Snapshot problem. It's like bots and not having identity verification. But it's something that we could maybe clarify. So let's discuss it. I think it's a good idea.
Cool. Thank you, Gino. Also, Ganisa DCL is like to help with that. Okay, cool. Next one. Is there any plan for other 2 names? Okay, I shared 2 links here in the chat for that. Basically, in order to have names in, for example, Polygon, that is one AP that needs to be implemented by the ENS team, which is the NSYM10 with wildcard resolution. So once that is implemented, I think that we can start thinking about not moving the names, because I think that is not going to worth it, but maybe we can just stop minting names in Ethereum and start minting them in Polygon, for example, to reduce gas cost or whatever, transaction fees, sorry. But well, that's the answer for that. Okay, we are run out of questions. I think that we are done.
Great. Nacho and everyone from the team, thank you very much again. One last announcement. Tomorrow we will have the first inward town hall. So come and we'll see what happens there. But we'll be at the same time on Discord and inward. So come there and we'll see each other again. So we're gonna finish. Thank you very much for coming, for the foundation team for being here and answering every question. We will have the recording